Hi, my name is Edgar Soler and welcome to the Classic Industries Tech Center. Today we're going to be looking at decoding your VIN number and your Cowl tag. Before buying your classic car, try to do as much research as possible on your desired model. So today, my objective in this segment is to give you an idea how to decode and evaluate a car before you purchase it. Now, the first thing we're going to look at today is this piece of material here, which is the 1967 Camaro Assembly Manual. Now, this Camaro Assembly Manual carries a lot of information about the general assembly of the car, along with information on specific options. This is a great book to have if you happen to run into a situation where you can't find a part or you know there's something missing and you need a good reference with some good diagrams. So I highly recommend this book. The next piece of material that we're looking at is the Body by Fisher Assembly Manual. This particular book here is covering all 67 models. Generally, these will cover every model vehicle for the particular year. In this book, you'll find a lot of important information as far as servicing, maintaining, and installing certain interior pieces such as your stationary glass, doors, seating arrangement, your headliner, your convertible top installation, or even service. Now that's pretty much what this book covers. Now the next piece of material we're going to be looking at is this chassis service manual. This too is also for a multi-model application for your particular year. This book will have information as far as like servicing the transaxle, the transmission, basic general information on the engine and maintenance procedures. Now another good book to consider getting would be this book right here, which is the Camaro Restoration Guide for the first gen. It also has a lot of illustrations and instructions and things to look for. And then we have these small suffix code books here. These are great little books because you can take them to, a local swap meet or wherever it may be, a wrecking yard when you're looking for parts, and you can actually find the correctly date-coded engine blocks. Now, this particular book will give you a reference listing for small block or big block suffix codes. That way you know where the engine originated from. Another good piece to have is this Cowl tag book, and you can decode a Cowl tag to see what may have been originally installed on the car, which covers from 50 to 75. So now that we've got a general idea of what we need, let's go ahead and do our decode and our evaluation on our 67 Camaro. One of the most important things you may want to look for before you purchase your car is to make sure that you have all the necessary paperwork, such as a pink slip, a bill of sale, and you also want to take a look at the VIN number. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Okay, so here we have our 67 Camaro, and the VIN on these cars is located here in the inner door jamb pillar. On other vehicle models, it may be located up here in the front windshield area or in the rear door jamb. Now, General Motors typically had a 10, a 13, or a 17-digit number VIN code. This particular VIN code has 13 digits. Each one of the digits in the VIN code represent information, particularly to the car. All right, now the first digit we have here is a number 1. Number 1 would indicate the make or the manufacturer of the car, which 1 stands for Chevrolet. The second number would be the 2, and that would indicate the model. The 2 would represent Camaro. The number 4 would represent that this is a V8 or 8-cylinder car. Now the next 2 digits represent the type of body. So 37 in this case is correct for this car because it's a 2-door sport coupe. So now the 6th digit in the VIN number, which is a 7, would indicate the correct year. L in this case would stand for Los Angeles or the Van Nuys plant. So the next set of 6 numbers you see here is going to be the sequential production numbers from that particular plant. Because this car started in a 1001 configuration and we have the numbers here 102975, this would indicate that this would be car number 2975 to roll off the assembly line. That's pretty much all you need to know when you're decoding your VIN number. Okay, so the next bit of information I'm going to share with you is the Cowl tag or the data plate. Oftentimes these are found on the firewall or on the top of the cowl panel. These aluminum plates were installed from Body by Fisher and contained a lot of information on how the car was built. You want to verify this plate to see what information is on here at the time of the construction. One important thing to check on here is actually the production plant number. This should actually match your VIN tag. If it does not match, you may have a big problem on your hands. I would strongly discourage people from purchasing any cars that do not have a matching VIN and cal tag. Generally, it'll have an area right here where it shows the build date. This particular cal tag's got a date code of 09C. So the 09C decodes to September 3rd week. Obviously, this is an early car, being that it's car number 2,975, and we have a 3rd week of September, so it's a very early car for the 67 Camaro, produced in the Los Angeles plant. Now, the next thing we're looking at here is going to be the year. So this indicates that this body is a 67 year, and the body style number, which is a 12437, would indicate that it's correct for a Camaro V8 two-door sport coupe. Now, after the body, the LOS would indicate the Van Nuys plant was where this car was manufactured. Van Nuys being as in Los Angeles, California. And here we've got a 1955, along with this funny little P413 up here in the top corners. Generally, these have nothing to do with the information on the car that's valuable to us. These are more control numbers used at Body by Fisher to track the car as it's going down the line. The trim column shows here that we have a 741-Z. The 741-Z would indicate that this car was an original standard bucket seat, red interior colored car. And as we go further along down here, we run into the paint codes. Sometimes in this area, they may list other options as far as like vinyl tops, or like we show here, the different two-tone destinations. Now the RR indicates that it's going to be a Bolero red for upper and lower paint scheme. Finally, here at the very end, we show here our options area. Not all GM cal tags have this information, but on this particular model, it does have some valuable information to look at. The W here stands for a tinted windshield, which is the first item, and the 2M would indicate that this has a 2-speed power glide. The very important one here is the third one, which is 3L. The 3L would indicate that this car came originally optioned with the Z22 option, which is what makes it officially an RS. And that's how it's done. Always check your numbers, because you may never know what you really have. Thank you for joining us at the Classic Industries Tech Center, and check back with us online for future updates.